Hello, and welcome to Sense of Wonder Experiences, a series of culturally diverse, interactive, collaborative, visual, and performance art experiences. Watch as various artistic disciplines come together in a seamless process, along with you, the audience. You will participate in the creative process, whether it's drawing pictures in your mind, capturing the color of music, or imagining yourself on film. These activities and experiences will connect you with the world, with each other, with the art, and with your own spirit. Sit back and take this opportunity to recapture your own childhood sense of wonder. We want to hear from you. Send your comments to sowexperience2020@gmail.com. You can also reach any of the Sense of Wonder participants at that same email address. One of the most powerful forces in the universe is language. Words can destroy, but they can also create. This unique art reveal experience invites you, the audience, to create your own art, one that will exist in the imagination of your mind only, not in reality. As a starting point, a visual artist has created a piece of art using paint, sculpture, drawing, electronics, photography, fabric, found objects, or any mix of media. Through the power of words, a poet has written a poem describing the image, the feeling, the idea that that piece of art evoked in them. It is your task to listen to the words, to the emotions and images behind the words, and to create within yourself, in your own imagination, a brand new piece of art. You are the artist. You are creative. Now close your eyes if you want, and listen to 12 poems by 12 poets. Slowly create your own vision, a piece of art, an artwork that will exist in your mind only, your own creation. And after each poem has finished, open your eyes and watch as the original artwork is revealed. Compare your mind image to that of the visual artist. What did you see that the original artist did not? How do they compare? You are now one of the Sense of Wonder artists. Welcome. After all the presentations, stay tuned for a listing of the contributors to today's Art Reveal experience, and add yourself to that list.
Borderless blanket, 2 days in the calendar. Under a borderless blanket of blinking stars, where the night sky is magnificent in the comfort of dark silence. What could be waiting on the hidden side? A murderous monster? A guardian angel? Got your attention? Like the Keaton watercolored vision held my attention. What exactly is just around the bend? Maybe brown-eyed voices, trading news, scraps of gossip, at meeting places under a single harsh street light. An ignored church steeple imitates the tall fir trees that surround on the grass-blanketed meadow. A close walk from the 2-lane asphalt road. The burial spot of Mrs. Assumed 2 days in the calendar. Concrete slab, no poems besides those 2 days in the calendar. What else is remembered? Remembered. In the end, what is remembered? He said, she said, he did, she did, they came, she left. He waits somewhere around the bend in the country road. In the end, what do the stars think about us? In the end, what do the stars remember? In the end, every star is a poem.
The title of this piece is Flow. There's a fascination with time and space because you can never really escape it. You can't see the bends, turns, and rifts. There's so much that can't be seen with the naked eye. So much that only makes sense when you take yourself out of the tapestry. Time is a liquid, constant, fluid, yet it slips through fingers as you try to grasp it. The harder you try, the faster it moves without you. In that moment, the past is slipping away and the future is far out of your reach. The heart of the universe is a door to another dimension, the fifth dimension, a place that we cannot comprehend, where time is as malleable as matter, far away from the existence that we value so dear, a plane of existence where true communication is possible. As time moves forward, we inch closer and closer to that door. Mysteries of time and space, questions the existence of life. The universe and all things that thrive within it are alive. This web of existence we are tangled in is smaller and bigger than we can comprehend.
Below the surface, there, below the surface, among the fray of attachments, dangles our thoughts' menagerie. We leap, rappelling down precarious threads of wonderfall. We dance with jeweled fragments of light, spinning once simple objects into treasure. The escape of stability, we long. String to string we swing, illusory, there, below the surface.
Between the lines. Mirrored images alight with vibration. Golden beams reach outward, colors flowing in elation. Deep azure melts into a smile. Between the two, rainbows of color dance deeper into the canvas, enveloping brightness akin to the eyes of a child. Threads of pastels knit a quilt, reminiscent of a spring day soft in a glow. The mixing of lines and shapes kaleidoscope, swirl and spill. All embraces and becomes one as both sides collide and succumb. Bathing the senses and vying for attention, streams of imagination, creation, the artist's invention.
My poem begins with two quotations. The first, the intriguing prints of the Surrealists are filled with haunting imagery, often executed with intense delicacy, like the web of a stealthy spider. Reva Castleman, Introduction to Collecting Surrealism in America. The second, I believe in the future resolution of these two states, dream and reality, which are seemingly so contradictory, into a kind of reality, a surreality. André Breton, Manifeste des Surrealisme. Free Fall, for Yesenia Rodriguez. Jarring images of disconnect float in grainy texture in Harry O. Morris's realm of the digital surreal. An image of a female vertically levitating is the eye grabber. She plunges head first into the upper right quadrant of the photo, torso enveloped in a plastic shroud, dark hair bleeding into the weave that is the background. The figure's hands claw through the plastic sheath, flailing wildly, introducing the element of the Kafkaesque. Her arms are pinned to her sides by the translucent straitjacket. The furtive motion of her hands is vaguely reminiscent of Wyeth's Christina's World. Christina is paralyzed by degenerative disease. The woman dangling before us is ensnared in plastic. Both are immobile, only their hands have life. The figure's garb, from which only hands protrude, is reminiscent of fabric that women have been wrapping around their bodies for millennium. Indian women tuck 6 yards of brilliant cloth round their waists. Japanese women swathe themselves in silk prints. Muslim women donned somber, flowing fabric, as did nuns in the not-so-distant past. The figure's plastic vestment is confining, but not without color and design. She is an inverted Klimt figure, straining to escape from the confines of her apparel. This goddess of the surreal is suspended above a disquieting background with fingerprint-like texture. 2 imprecise concentric circles track across the bottom of the piece, suggesting circular movement, the likes of which unfolded in the dream sequence of Hitchcock's Vertigo. The figure's head rests in a circle of acute angles. Buried in the textured backdrop are forms of mythical Toltecan creatures, mired in the figure's subconscious. She eyes them warily, with slits for eyelids. Resurrection comes in the form of a sunflower in the photo's upper left quadrant. Symmetric, its petals reach out from an unblinking center with more concentric bands of tone. Is this a dream catcher sent to rescue our imperiled heroine? Frenzied, we grope for something, anything, to jostle our consciousness from the clutches of the hypnotic image. Somewhere, André Breton is smiling.
The title of this poem is The Empress of Eternity. Repeated mantras unlock consciousness. The Empress sits on her throne, Earth Mother, cloaked in awareness. And she knows the truth behind the veil as the holy angel of death prostrates himself before her diamond-studded shoes, the enchantress, high priestess of eternity. High priestess of the moon, purest and most exalted spiritual form of Isis, incomparably dazzling guardian of the key, Guadalupe Tonantzin. 2. Repeated mantras unlock consciousness. With iris dilated, we see eternity dancing, ring around the rosy concentric circles, completing cycles, time, space. The compass is the key to unlock and enter Buddha's center, life and death, symmetry and balance, powerful vulnerability, creating perfect circles. The sacred idea behind the form, flower of life, seeing deep inside, the center of formlessness. 3. Repeated mantras unlock consciousness. The Empress of the wilderness steps on the compass that creates perfection, while Quetzalcoatl coils around another egg, another epoch, another eon. For every direction, nebulas shine to help the lotus to open and Kundalini to climb. Goddess of the green with her heart chakra exposed, fearless in her vulnerability. Christ is but a seed, and the earth are together, and with enough faith, they will grow into a tree, sacred geometry to create the circumference of reality, ritual ceremony, locks and keys to unlock blocked chakras. She is grounded in intuition and imagination, the inspiration that comes when the circle is complete.
Blue Rhapsody. The blues, we've all had them, one time, one kind or another. The I'll never get out of bed again kind, the saxophone growl and Nina Simone kind, the robin's egg fell out of the nest kind. If you're lucky, the bluebird or indigo bunting flashes before your eyes kind. The cold, clear, high pressure, open sky fill your lungs with fresh air kind. The blue dome covering a fiery phoenix kind. The how close is too close to the sun blues. The I ain't slept 3 nights now blues. How about, will there be anything for supper? Blues burst your heart, open, breathe peace into you, drain agony out of you. It's harder if you have the when will I find my place, my people, my love, a pillow, a roof over my kids' heads kind of blues. You could call them the Hail Mary blues. Really, my concern for you is true blue might not be so under some desert sky or when you're surrounded by ice. Eons ago, Western ancestors, yours and mine, never knew the blues because their eyes had no parts to register anything but black and white and red. Later, yellow and green. Imagine a world with no blues. Imagine. There was the sky, there was the sea, there were lakes and rivers, but none were blue as far as the old Homo sapiens were concerned. Homer told us about the wine-dark sea. His rosy-fingered dawn opened Greek days, soaked scarlet by greedy gods and men, green with jealousy even when their hammered bronze sun set. Cerberus, a multi-headed dog, guarded underworld gates, protected the warm living from the cold shades across the black Styx. Something like the horizontal divide of the river between us and neighbors south, or something vertical along the lines of rusted reed-like beams tearing vast blue vistas above twilight kisses into dreamy swaths. I wonder, could we use the swatches to patch the tattered robe of our Madonna of Mercy?
Night bloom. Gourd seeds fall from an enchanted sky onto a barren desert earth. Merciless sun beats down against the rocks in August as rain is summoned. Native Americans dance on the riverbanks of the Rio Grande. With wolves and ravens black, drums play, voices howl, pleading to the rain cloud. Red fox leaps into the sky, carrying gray feathers of well wishes. Priests scatter corn offering as prayer is released into famished fields of time. Summoned by the drum's beat, pink clouds turn to gray, where red fox meets the sky. Sun's torturous heat begins to fade as blessings are freed from the golden tree of life. Rain is summoned onto the gourd's seed, called forth by the dance of the Hopi. Night's bloom beckoned by the drum. The stars of the sky and the red fox dance beneath a diminished hot sun, a scorched earth and turquoise sky. Wolves cast shadow upon the rocks of August as gray feathers float down in summertime and raindrops begin to fall.
Super Pink Moon, April 2020. Called in the early hours of the crescent moon, their colorless, monarch-like wings decaying, hope and dreams escape the captivity of their failing human cages, destined to bask in the healing energy of the April full moon. Like fairies, they flee porches and yards, duck under fences, around haystacks, hover over cornflowers, iris, delphinium, and aster, dip the tip of their dying wings, feast on moisture, pollen, and nectar. Joyful and untethered, they bound over fields of saffron, lemon, mango, glide through swamps, cling to the top of treetops, past walls of granite, painted hills and desert, push across continents, gather their others. They soar through the purple haze of dusk, over mines of lapis lazuli and sapphire, flash across oceans and icebergs, skim the waves of aqua and cobalt, float over lagoons of peace, absorb calm and clarity. In the wild yonder, above the swaying of life, the grief below, the sick earth, a wing's tip from rest, the tickle me pink full moon, ablaze above, reaches apogee. Just before the rush into the indigo of empty space, where the moon's orbit lifts away the choice to journey further, or to mend their hosts, hope views the earth, no longer forest or seas or sand, but flowing rivers, streets, and paths, a quilt of cerulean, magenta, and sea green, warmed by the pleas of the multitudes below, their intent to dream and grow. She returns to her cherished desire and expectation, the brave new normal.
No birdsong. It's a picture, an artist's image of the future, I tell myself. Push the treeless landscape from my mind. A world where warplanes etch a blackboard sky. No nighthawk sings. Above me in the dark, I find no stars to map my path to sleep. A soundless scream escapes. It is me the clouds of helicopters heat seek. Me they aim to ensnare in their web of searchlights. I sprint for cover, press my body against cold steel, pray to be invisible. Running low, no papers, no bag, no gun to wake my back, hopscotch silver light pools, become a stag, leap the tripwires hidden in the grass. Shake off my pursuers, arrive, no place, leave, no shadow. I wake sweating. To calm, I walk into my garden, stare into the dancing branches of the solitary elm. Deep breathe, damp rain, not yet arrived. Scan the night. Whiplash wind stings. A serrated leaf blows against my boot. 6 raindrops wet my cheeks. The elm stills. No barn owl hoots his warning. I know the storm has come.
I am Somani. At the break of dusk, we woke to guns cocking. The wake-up call of nightfall, drunk in stark contrast to its solar opposite. An indistinguishable darkness born of black beak, black wing, black bone. Our reflection, caught in the glint of a cookie sheet at a cookout on an island, slowly distancing itself from the volcano it came from. Still wondering if light emerges from darkness or if the dark comes to life. Because a diamond is still nothing more than incredibly complex, compact carbon. Because black holes still eat solar systems for brunch. Because black birds still do not lay black eggs.
To babydoll. I see you walking down the street. You're the Paris I come to meet. Your beautiful body of savoir-faire, termine my love for you. No one knows your real life. Comes to me with starlit psyche of paper cutouts covering soul, so much you never ever told. And in my arms, I hold you safe and clothe you with my love.
One of the main purposes in creating art is to reveal something. Art can reveal thoughts, feelings, ideas, and expressions of the moment. This sense of wonder art reveal experience highlighted the interaction between creating art with words and evoking words with images. The main purpose of this sense of wonder art reveal experience was to showcase one important thing, that you, the viewer, are creative and imaginative, and you, the viewer, are an artist. We hope you enjoyed this experience and will talk about it with others. As Einstein said, creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Share your comments and get in touch with any of the poets or artists at sowexperience2020@gmail.com. Don't forget to tune in on December 10th for our Wonder of Music experience and on December 17th for our Wonder of Film experience. Both performances will live stream at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Albuquerque Public Access Channel 27 and on our Sense of Wonder Experience YouTube and Facebook channels.